Eduardo Santander is CEO of the European Travel Commission. Great to have you on the programme. What would you say the impact's been of economic and political turbulence on foreign travel?
Well, it's definitely apparent, and despite all these challenges, socio-political, geopolitical tensions, we see that European tourism is still having a strong momentum in 2025, despite all these issues. However, we observe, as you were mentioning before in the program, that there are shifts of patterns in tourism, whereas the American travelers starting to look at Europe with different eyes with regards to cost of traveling, with regards to connectivity, and Europe is looking now more into China, into seeking the really Chinese traveler, seeking for quality tourism, for responsible tourism, because we know that the Chinese traveler has also changed its mentality when it comes to travel.
That shift you're talking about, Europe, is Europe becoming more popular, or is the US becoming less welcoming to foreigners?
Well, I guess a little bit of both. However, what we see now is the summer 2025 has already been booked, so there's no much of a change of pattern. We're going to have a very good summer in terms of numbers, in terms of arrivals, in terms of expenditure. However, Q4, it's uncertain. It's very uncertain as long as we don't know how the American economy will be doing in the next 3-4 months. We will not know if American people will be able to afford travel or not. Our forecast is that it will be a drop. However, it will also depend on many other factors as the currency exchange and connectivity between Europe and US.
You mentioned that people have already booked their holidays for now, but how would you say those global tariff tensions have affected airlines, have affected hotel companies for next season?
Undoubtedly, the costs are going to be higher. There's a clear, tangible increase in pricing into Europe, whether it's the airfare or the hotel price. Inflation is also taking a lot of the savings of travelers into Europe. So we see that, we are under a challenge, but this challenge also brings a lot of opportunity, to reconstruct maybe a more quality-orientated tourism, a more responsible and regenerative tourism.
It's interesting you talk about that opportunity to rethink the tourism model, because I wanted to talk to you about the Overtourism Campaign. How do you see that maybe changing the way people travel?
We absolutely, see the debate. We are very much in contact with the associations that are demonstrated against, not tourism, please. It's important to underline that all these demonstrations are not against tourism or tourists. They are against a model of tourism that is maybe anachronic to the times we are living. Whereas there is a congestion in some places that are very famous, very popular, and they are congested at certain times and at certain periods of the year. We need just to manage tourism flows. We need also to listen to the civil society as they are shouting to be involved in the dialogue of the development of future tourism.
Eduardo Santander at the European Travel Commission, thank you very much.